In a little town so sweet, Nini&Pops they meet. Wood shavings on the ground, hammers making that sound.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nini&Pops Woodshop. Today I am just playing around. I was looking at some scrollsaw things today, templates and projects and things, and I thought I would just play around a little bit, trying to find my paper here, just play around a little bit with some scrollsaw. Today I'm going to make a small little wine box. It looks like a wine bottle, but it's a box. And I'll just start by saying, so I don't always design all of my own scrollsaw templates. Honestly, I use Steve Good for a lot of my stuff. You can go to stevedgood.com, and he's got these templates that basically come, so they come already pre-done for you. So here's 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, all the way down to every layer that you need, with instructions on how to do it, how to put it together, etc. These need 2 different sizes, so they needed 1/4 inch and they need 3/4 inch. This ain't quite 1/4 inch, but I'm not doing this. I'm just doing this for the fun. I needed something to do tonight, so I just decided to play around. And on stuff like this, like I said, I'm gonna do some more in-depth tutorials. But like this material, 1/4 inch and thicker, so I use Olson blades. I get these are 3 different sizes. I get these at Menards here in the States. And what I use for this littler stuff is the skip tooth. It's good for sharp turns and cuts. It's a 18.5 TPI, teeth per inch. And this is really good at making sharp corners, sharp turns. But you have to work this, and this will be one thing that I'll show you, is when you're cutting, you want to make sure you let you want to make sure you let the saw do the work. Don't push your material too hard. Don't try to force it. Take your time in a scenario like this. And like I said, I'm by no means no expert, but that's what I can say. I've tried it both ways. I've tried to rush it to get it done faster. I've tried everything, and I'm just making sure my blades the right tightness. As I was saying though, I've tried to rush it. I've tried just doing it normal. I broke I don't know how many blades, and trust me, it will scare you to death when you break a blade, because it's just a loud, like, I mean, it's, hopefully I don't break one to show you, but if I do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off, I'm just gonna cut down these back lines and cut these 3 pieces out of this wood. And then I'll start working on the individual pieces. I'll probably do voiceover during this, just because I don't know how loud it's gonna be today, but we'll see. I'm gonna throw some music on real quick, and I'll try to stop and talk and explain some stuff to you while I'm going. I think I'm gonna stand up on this one. And eventually, when I get it figured out, I'll be able to put the camera closer so that you guys can watch as well. So now, as you see, I got those 3 cut out, so now it'll be pretty easy for me just to trace these lines. And I can sit back down and be comfortable. There we go. So like, this is a lot better. You need more light. Unfortunately, I don't have the light I need right now, but my batteries are dead, so I'm basically just gonna start back where I was and catch that line. Now here, you can either just keep going and cut it off, make it easy, or you could have kept the turn going. When you're going into the turn, get right to the turn, back off a little bit, and start your turn that way. And I'll show you here in this one. So this is going to be basically like a 90-degree turn, so I'll back up a little bit. And I'll make my turn. Get my blade lined up again. It's kind of crazy, but in scroll sawing like this, a straight line is the hardest thing to do. You can get these intricate curves and stuff a lot easier than you can get straight line usually. Okay, let's just knock these other 2 out real fast. Sorry, I better watch it before I get hit. Might get some batteries. Pretty hard when you can't really see your lines. See right there, I went way out of my lines when I was on the outside, so I can just come back and start over. Fixed it that easy just by backing off a little bit and catching the line again. Now when I'm sawing, I like to have 2 hands on the material just to kind of help. But if I'm using bigger material, a lot of times I'll just kind of do it with one-handed. So now is where I'm officially done with these, with this size. Now it wants a half, or it wants a 3/4, but I'm not gonna do it in 3/4. I am probably going to do it in 1/2 inch. That's not a good piece. So I'll do a piece a 1/2 inch. Like I said, this is gonna be for myself. I'm probably gonna use it for my, to put my blades in, or my burrs for my rotary. And like I said, another thing you can do instead of using the tracing paper is you can actually take the template. Let me find my 3/4 inch thick pieces. You can actually take the template, put you some painter's tape over your wood, and then cut out your template, throw some spray glue on there, lay your template on there, and just cut out the template, and then pull the blue tape off and it won't ruin your wood. So these are going to be a little bit more in depth because we have to cut out the outside, and then we have to find a drill bit the size of our blade, a little bit bigger than our blade, to drill a hole in here. Take the blade out, run it through the hole, put it back in, lock it down, and cut the inside piece out on these two. So we're gonna have to trace this one twice, inside and outside. So hope y'all are having a wonderful day today, getting ready for Christmas, New Year's. We had our oldest kids over today, and one of my grandkids. They got their own family things going on Christmas, so they all stopped by. I'm gonna try to go get my other two kids. They live about 5 hours away, and my other two grandbabies, and do Christmas with them after they do it at home. Like I said, you don't have to get this perfect. If you go outside the line, just make sure you go outside the line on the outside, because it's, like I said, you can't put wood back, especially not when it comes to scroll saw work. And sorry if this is a long video, or I absolutely love doing scroll saw work because you can just take your time, relax, no stress, just the sound of the music in your ear and the sound of the saw. Ultimately, that's why I started doing woodworking, is I have PTSD and severe anxiety, and I have to hold it in all day long at work and act like it don't exist. So when I get home, I need a way to relax that, and this is my way. Almost forgot a line. There we go. I need to do 2 of these. That other one is the same exact thing, so I won't even change it. I'll just throw this one on here and do it again. My line's a little darker, so Y'all just tell me in the comments some things you'd like to see me try. If I've never done it before, I'll try it. Is there something specific you want me to try to make or teach you? I am not a teacher, but I love trying to get people into woodworking and custom crafting, and I feel like it's a lost art in a lot of places. Everybody just thinks they can do it so much easier by going online or going to a box chain because, you know, you can get it, but think about it, that's all mass produced. It's the same thing. You're gonna get the same thing over. It's not made out of, like some of my wood that I have here is 100, 150 years old, you know? You ain't gonna get that out of a mass-produced piece from a big box store. Sorry if this is boring watching me, guys. Damn, I say a lot. I didn't realize that until I was doing this. Make sure I got everything. I did. All right. So one thing I am gonna do, because we're using a thicker wood, so I'm gonna put this blade back. And on this one, you're not gonna be able to get as tight of turns, but on this one, I'm going to do a 15 tooth per inch because it's gonna cut that thicker wood a little bit smoother to where that little one on the thicker wood, that little one's so thin that when you try to make corners, it starts to wanna bend and it throws your corners off. These are a little bit thicker, so they're harder to make turns, but get her in there and there we go. So this right here also, it's a light, but it also shoots air out to kind of blow the dust away from my board. I really want to do something like that for my Dremel. I think that would just be so cool. I think my bed's a little, yeah, my bed's not level. See how that is angled? That's because my bed's not zeroed out. Oh yeah, it's definitely. It's best if you have a level to put across there. I mean, it's not gonna hurt too bad, but it is definitely. Okay. So now, as you see, popped right out of there. So now all you gotta do is drill your hole in here, cut these two pieces out, and then we put it together. Okay, a little trick, because I do not want to cut into my table here. So I'm gonna get a old junk piece of wood. I'm gonna put this on there and I'm gonna get about midways of that thing, press down tight. Uh-oh. Didn't have my... Push down tight on your piece so it don't split out the back. Not that it matters, you're gonna cut it out anyway. Go ahead and do the other one while you're at it. So now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my blade and unlock it, pull it out, shove it through this hole, push it back in, make sure it's tight, and then we're going to find a good place to start. So we'll probably start right here. There's that. There's that. And then we'll have to sand it and everything, but so now the way it should go, I believe, is bottom. Like I said, there will have to be a little bit of sanding, but not much. So there's bottom. Next level. And then this will stick to this will stick to this piece. You'll glue that to this piece as the lid holder, of course, but now once you clean it up, get it glued, get it sanded, get everything done, then you can scroll saw some wine or some grapes or something out of here, or you can laser engrave it, have Nini laser engrave it, do whatever you want once you get it all sanded down and cleaned up. But that's your box, and then when you take your lid off, there's where your stuff goes. All right, guys, well, this video has been about 20-30 minutes, so hopefully you like this content. Hopefully you learned something. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do something else with the scroll saw, or if you want more in depth on anything, just let me know. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see y'all soon.